What is going on, everybody? This is JMO back again, bringing you some Mauler Mammoth gameplay on the map Gensesis. So let's get this game started.
Right now, it's showtime.
Alright, so as you can see, I'm playing some core domination. And in this video, I'll be going over how I camped this map and talking a little bit about the Mammoth, what I think about it, if it's worth it, in my opinion. And again, just overall what I think about it. Now, as you can see, I started on the seaside of this map, which is my favorite area to hold down. I like to stand behind this little statue because you can look to your left and your right, and you don't have to worry about getting shot from behind. Now here I made a little mistake. I killed this guy, and I should have expected for somebody else to be there. Now, I normally don't make a push like that, but normally on C you get a lot more action than it first started, so I was a little surprised that more enemies were not coming out to try to make a push towards C. So, as we're getting started again, you see me go back and aim back at the same area behind this little statue. Now, one thing you have to be careful is that you see the little building wall where the Christmas tree is on my right side. Also pay attention all the way to the right though, because they can also wall run from around that part of the wall. Now you see the Mammoth in action. Now whenever I get an opportunity that I feel that I have more than enough time to reload, I go ahead and do so, because you only have 40 rounds to start off with and they go kind of quick. Now here you see me make a calculated risk. I know there was two guys capturing, but I killed the first one and waited for the second guy to barely capture C, so that I can go ahead and get the points towards my score streak for killing those two guys and recapturing. Now I wasn't too worried that if I ended up getting killed, I wouldn't be able to recapture though, because I knew my teammates were spawning near C, so they would be able to go ahead and recapture. So again, it was a calculated risk that ended up paying off for me, so I was able to get all those points. Now that little scenario leads me up to talking a little bit about the attachments that I'm running with this Mammoth, and that is grip, because it's a high recoil weapon, also silencer and long barrel. Now the reason that I'm running long barrel and silencer at the same time is because the weapon is mainly meant for medium to long range and not so much close engagements. It's not to say that you can win them, but you will usually be at a disadvantage. So like in that particular situation when you saw me shooting those guys at C, if I didn't have the silencer, they would have seen on the mini-map where I was shooting from, and more than likely there could have been a really good chance that I would have gotten killed and not be able to get that double kill. And also why I like using long barrel and the silencer at the same time, because this weapon normally kills from short to medium range. It kills the enemies in 2 shots. Long range, it takes 3 shots to kill the enemy. So if you put in silencer without long barrel, any enemy at medium range will now take 3 shots to kill if you're using the silencer. Now when you put long barrel along with the silencer, then it goes back to 2 shots to kill an enemy all the way to medium range. So because this is a slow fired weapon, you want to stay off the mini map as much as possible in case you end up missing the first shot. You don't end up showing up, and you won't be put at a disadvantage by giving your position away. Not only that, it also allows you the opportunity to be able to get some double and triple kills by staying off the radar. And now I'm just going to skip to the second half though, because the rest of the first half there were some gun battles between me and enemies where neither one of us ended up winning it, so there was nothing really else to show. So you see me starting back on A, and right after I capture A, I'm slowly going to make my way back over to C. Now you see me making my way, and you see me get into a gun battle. Now you see me get killed there, but not by the guy that was jumping, but by this guy right here, which leads me to a pointer that I wanted to give to you guys. Now here's a little tip that is going to help you win more gun battles, and it just requires one little change. If you notice, when you're ADS aiming at an enemy and they end up moving left to right, it may throw your shot off a little though, but it's a lot easier to stay aiming down the sides, targeting your enemy, as opposed to if they all of a sudden double jump and do the jump boost, because the movement is so much quicker when they jump than it is when they move to left to right. The change that you would need to make to help you win more gun battles is change your sensitivity. here's a screenshot of the sensitivity that I play at. Now, I'm not saying change the sensitivity to what I play, because this is what I'm comfortable with. But if you notice, my vertical and my horizontal, they're different. What you want to do is raise your vertical sensitivity by 1 or 2, no more than 2. That's going to allow you to win more gun battles. Like that one right there, for example, if my vertical sensitivity had been slower, if it would have been exactly as my horizontal, I would have lost that gunfight. Now, I've made that change since Black Ops 3, and I noticed that it did help me win a lot more gunfights. So just give it a try. Again, just raise your vertical by 1 or 2. Leave your horizontal the same, just your vertical. And give it a try. Let me know what you think. But at least, give it a chance. Now, back to this gameplay. You see me still holding down C, and you see the area that I'm in right now. Other than the statue in front of me, this is another area that I like to be in, because it allowed me to see anybody that may be coming on this direction, and I don't have to worry about, once again, getting shot from behind. Now, you see me place the sentry gun, which leads me up to the score streaks that I'm running, which is the UAV, the sentry gun, and the warden. As far as the rig that I'm using the striker rig with the microturret, and normally I like to run harden, but you need to be at level 52 to be able to unlock harden. Now, what the harden trait does, it makes it harder for enemies to be able to destroy your equipment. Your microturret, which people can take out very easily with a couple of shots, but with the harden trait, it takes them longer to be able to destroy it. Not only that, also any other equipment. So like, for example, the UAVs, and you see the microturret putting in some action right there. And this is the reason I put the microturret right there, so it can protect its big brother, the shock sentry. But going back to what I was talking about, the harden trait, what it allows you to do, it makes it harder for your enemies to be able to destroy your equipment. For example, the UAV, if you call a UAV, your enemies can take it down with 1 rocket. Well, with the hardened trait, it would take them 2 rockets. Not only that, placed equipment. If you have, let's say, the trip mine, if you end up placing a trip mine and you end up getting killed, well, that trip mine will stay even after death. So when you respawn, the original trip mine will still be where you placed it, but you're also starting with a fresh one. So you could potentially be having more than 1 equipment going on at the same time. Now, at that moment of the gameplay, you saw me pushing towards B, and that's because I had my sentry gun and my microturret over on C, and I know that we needed to capture A because we were behind. So I figured, since I got equipment on C, let me go ahead and go over towards B. Even if I get killed, my main purpose was to try to cause a distraction long enough for my team to be able to capture A, so that we can go ahead and try to take that lead. Now, going back to the Mammoth, I mentioned earlier what I'm running with, and I mentioned the traits, the rigs and traits that I'm using. Well, even though this is a weapon meant for medium to long engagements, it's also a very fun weapon to run with. And these are the class setups that I like running if I decide that I'm going to rush with this weapon. Now, with those class setups, I like using the Merc rig, reactive armor, and man-at-arms. So this way I can move quicker, and I'm starting out with maxed ammo. And that is just a setup that I like to do when I just want to have fun to run around with. So give it a try, you'll have a lot of fun with it. As far as if it's worth it, after the nerf, I think it should have been more of a rare weapon than an epic, but I don't regret getting it. I've had a lot of fun with it. You see us pick up the win. I was playing with randoms by myself, and if you look what the other team went compared to us, it was a good come from behind win for my team that I was playing with. So hope you guys enjoy this gameplay, and I will catch you all soon.